Good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, I am in such a good mood today, I can't even tell you. It's a good day. Things are just good. Like they're good. It's it's really funny. I think a lot of times people judge their situations by something as silly as money. And I know what you're thinking, right? And like money's kind of a big deal. Yeah, it is. But money doesn't create stuff. Money doesn't solve stuff. Money doesn't invent stuff. Money just facilitates. So it's very easy to say, Anthony, money does solve a lot. If you have bills, it pays them. Anthony, money allows you to go on vacations. Anthony, money. Yeah, but that's a very temporary solution. Money does not have the ability to fix things long term. In fact, you could have all the money in the world. Now you're more susceptible to people using you. You are more of a target. So now you have to actually be more on guard in your life to identify the evildoers, because if you let an evildoer get too far in, termites in a log cabin, if that makes sense. So money facilitates. It's kind of like the Vaseline of life, and we have no money. Like I'm totally broke. I have to work my way up to being broke, and that's fine. Like I don't. I know what you're thinking, Anthony. That's really not good. I I can't tell you how happy I am. So yesterday when I was working with Rhino friend and I wanted to get everything ready for the 7:30 email so I could send everyone, hey, these are next steps. Earlier in the day, one of our original rhinos, well, the gentleman I'm talking about was never an investor, but he was, I don't want to say fan, but he was a supporter. Like he was reading all of our emails from the beginning. And he's actually really just one of those guys that is smart. Like he's clean cut, he looks good, he's very diligent. The emails he sends me are always purposeful. Anthony, I went on this. This isn't done right. This should be better. I'm a full supporter, but you need to do this stuff if you want to be taken seriously. And for those that know me, you could talk to me like that all the time. I appreciate being spoken to like that. The last thing I ever want is someone telling me my breath doesn't stink, right? Tell me. I need to hear this stuff. I don't get offended. I just change things. Like I improve. But upon Rhino friend, he emailed me. He goes, Anthony, this is like amazing stuff. He goes, your website it's confusing. I don't really know what's going on. But then I did the demo and I asked the demo what was going on, and it answered perfectly. He goes, Ant, you nailed this is really, really good stuff. And I said to him, I go, well, I'm working on the asparagus, but I'm happy I got the fillet correct. The point being, we have the tech. We invented it. It's like, we have it. So yesterday, what I ended up doing was I want to be respectful of him, not to appease him, but because of what he represents. He represents a very diligent, smart person that does not understand our website. That matters. What do I not want diligent, smart people to understand our website? I have to do something about that. So I spent all day creating that other video. So if you go on the website, you see that there's the top, there's the demo, and then there's a hero section, which says, at last, without further ado, Rhino Business. And that video details exactly what Rhino Business is. Because even I went on the site and I'm like, we're selling Rhino Business and there's no video for Rhino Business. It's like the craziest thing, because I'm talking about Rhino Friend, Rhino Affiliate, Rhino Agency, and implicit, you're supposed to know what Rhino Business is, but that's crazy. How am I supposed to expect anyone to know what it is if we just invented it? So it was one of those things where I'm seeing the forest for just one tree. So I spent all day doing that video, and I think it's quite good. I'm excited to go through my email because I really asked people to let me know if it's good or not. So I will change it. But in doing so, I did not get to the voiceovers. Every one of those videos, all the text in it could be a little wordy. Again, we need to speak to people like they're in fifth grade. That's not to say we need to speak to people like they're dumb. That's not what I said. When you're talking to a crowd, you have to be able to connect with the least engaged person, with the person that came from Mars. How do you speak to the person that came from Mars? Well, you can't assume that they know anything. And that's not to say that they're dumb. You just can't assume it. So how do we speak to that person? And I think the videos are good. I think the music's good. I think the words are good. But now I'm assuming that you know how to read. And that's not meant to be rude. I'm assuming everyone knows how to read. But the speed of reading is very different. I'm a very, very fast reader. I went to private school my whole life. I'm really well versed in. I'm still young. I'm still doing stuff, right? Like I just represented myself in court and beat a lawyer. Like I'm there. I won't always be there. I imagine when I'm 70, my brain won't be working as quickly, and I'll need to read a little bit slower. Meaning, those videos are the words written too quickly. Do I move to the next scene too quickly? Well, I don't know. For me, I don't think I do, so I added a couple of seconds. But I do need to put a voiceover. So what about the person that doesn't want to read and just they want to hear it? What do we say? You go kick rocks. I have no interest in you. No, of course we have to cater to them as well. Because here's the key. That page is going to be your page. Rhino Affiliate is going to allow you to have a link that's going to bring people to your unique version of that page, where all of those paid links are going to be yours, where everything there is going to benefit you. So it's not that I'm making a page and being a perfectionist for my benefit and the benefit of Rhino. I'm doing it for the benefit of everyone in Rhino, so that when you do the affiliate stuff, I want to put you in a position for success. I don't want you to be really, really working quite diligently and all of a sudden not have any success. Anthony, I send people to the page, I'm sending, and people are confused, and they're asking me questions, and I don't know what to do, and it's not working. I'm done with this. Do you think that's in Rhino's best interest? No, that's like not even close. So we need to spend the time now to make sure that when you send anyone to that page, they go, oh, I understand this. This is actually pretty cool. I think I would like to be a part of it. So that's what we're working on. No, it is. That's what we're working on. On top of that, I think I have to explain something because I don't think people catch on to it. And it's not that you don't catch on to it because you're not smart, right? Like, I want to make sure I always say that, and I hope you assume it at this point. But I need to explain something because I think I haven't really explained it well. Rhino Friend is free. Rhino Business is the premium offering. Rhino Business allows you to submit your business, which will be in the pool of businesses that Rhino Friend will recommend to the individual. So say, for instance, Brian's on Rhino Friend, and he's like, hey, I had chips today. I really don't feel like eating chips again tomorrow. Chips and guac. I just eat chips and guac all day. And then Rhino Friend's like, well, what about the breadsticks? That sounds like something kind of cool too. It's right in that realm of like, pick it up, eat it. And Brian's like, yeah, I do kind of like breadsticks, but how about garlic bread with cheese? And then Rhino Friend's like, oh my God, garlic bread with cheese. There's this new Italian pizzeria down the block. It's Fred's, and everyone's been raving about their garlic bread with cheese. Would you like some? And then Brian's like, yeah, duh, of course I would. Now, what just happened? What's the name of the place? Fred's? Is Fred's really an Italian place? Let's just call it Fred's. Fred's Italian place just got business from Brian. Does Brian feel like he was targeted? Does he feel like that was an ad? No, in fact, Brian's saying, thank you. That's a great idea. I do want that. What happened? A sale was made. Brian spent money. Brian got something he wanted. The business who's subscribed to be in this is spending, say, $10 or $15, whatever it is per week, and now they got a sale. Now Brian is going to eat the breadsticks, and hopefully they're good. And Brian's going to say, wow, I found this place with breadsticks. They're amazing. I'm going to get them every single week. I know I've eaten things 10 times in a row before. Get me on a buffalo wing kick. I'll eat them breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that's how it grows. So everyone benefits. Everyone's happy. That's Rhino Friend. Well, that's Rhino Business, and that's the offering within Rhino Friend. Why is that offering valuable, though? Because Rhino Friend is free. Like Facebook, like Google. You need to have your own platform that's free, people engage in, and they're happy to be there. Because when that's the case, community, that's your ecosystem. So the fact that Rhino Friend is free and people enjoy it and they converse with it and they interact with it, it gives Rhino Business the opportunity to constantly have a higher percentage of moments that their business can be recommended and they can receive sales, and it makes the world go round. Now I got that out of the way. Rhino Friend is free. Now, is it free to us? No, of course it's not. We pay a ton of money for Rhino Friend. It's a cost to us. But where's the offset? We're not charity. We have to make money at some point, right? Well, in Rhino Friend, it's coded to upgrade you to Rhino Business. Not in a bad way, not in a malicious way, but let's say Brian's on Rhino Friend and he's talking, and Brian's like, oh man, I just got back from work. It stinks. I can't stand it. And Brian's Rhino Friend's like, you do know we have an agency that you could pass a test and we'll hire you ourselves, right? And Brian's like, yeah, I know, but I just don't feel like doing that kind of stuff. And then Rhino Friend's like, you do know we have an affiliate program that you could just send out a couple of emails and you'll make some money, right? Like we can do that for you. And in fact, after a couple of months, we'll support your business and you could have your own affiliate company. And Brian's like, I just, I don't want it. Okay, great. A week later, 2 weeks later, a month later, Brian's still complaining about his job. Now his Rhino friend got a chance to know him. They have a relationship. They have a rapport. Right? Brian's Rhino friend has his personality. It understands it. It understands the nuances, the syntax of the way he speaks. There's Myers-Briggs tests in Rhino Friend. I can't even tell you how many personality tests are in Rhino Friend to perfectly understand who you are. So you know what that Rhino Friend's going to say a month from now? Brian, how many times do I have to tell you? We have the opportunity for you to stop complaining about your job every day. Do you think I want to hear you complain about your job every day? Because I don't think you want to complain about your job every day. So how about you at least give it a fair shot? You know what? How about this? I'll talk to, you know what? I'll talk to Anthony and get you a discounted rate. I can only do it for a month or two, but we'll get you in. Can you do it for like $5? I'll get you in right now. And Brian's like, okay, fine, I'll get in. Now what just happened? Well, Brian has a relationship with Ryan, a friend at this point. You think it's an AI, you think it's tech, but it's sitting on your text message. How many people do you text that you then go ahead and touch? Like when I'm texting people, I gotta tell you, I think I've met maybe one person in this chat. I communicate with everyone like this. I've seen your video before, I've seen you, but there's plenty of people in here that we just text message. The point being, to feel uncomfortable that something is not a person requires you to have the regularity of your text messages converting to in-person representations. If your text does not convert to in-person meetings, then you're never the wiser of who you're texting, right? Like if you're just texting a number and getting text back, then that's what you're used to. Well, AI does that, right? So we solve that. The point being, Brian's going to have a very strong relationship with this Rhino friend, and they're going to have a relationship for 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now, because we have the database that every conversation that they ever have is stored. It's encrypted to Brian. I'm never going to know what Brian says, but the Rhino friend will go through the entire conversation every time he talks to Brian. So 30 years from now, when Brian gets on Rhino agency and has a successful business, his Rhino friend's going to say, Brian, today's the 30-year anniversary of where I actually had to drag you kicking and screaming to get on Rhino business. Aren't you happy? And Brian's like, oh my God, Ted, enough. I told you. I said thank you 1,000 times. Now that's assuming that there's no improvement in technology between now and then. Upgrade cycle already is going to include where your Rhino friend's going to have a face that you're going to talk to. Now that's going to be a costly upgrade cycle. That's why we're not putting it out at the first. But we have the tech already. I could do it right now. I could show you a face talking, right? And I'm not going to, but I could. So we already have it in-house. The point of me saying all of this is that in the email yesterday, when I said all known information points to us getting around 7,000 Rhino friends, that maybe doesn't sound that exciting to you. Oh, okay, great. You're giving away 7,000 free things. It's cool. Everyone's going to love it, but it's free. It doesn't make any money. Well, two things. One, it supports Rhino business because the businesses are only going to want to be on a platform that people are on. Because if there are no people, then there's no customers. So it will support the businesses. Okay. But every one of those 7,000 is going to eventually become a Rhino business. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I can tell you that Rhino friend is coded to convert them to a Rhino business. And again, not in a sleazy, stealthy way. This isn't me saying, I'm going to trick you. No, when it becomes apparent, because I don't think anyone here can tell me, Anthony, I will always choose to work a 9 to 5 where I have a boss that tells me what to do. I have no freedom and I hate my income. I will always choose that over any opportunity because I'm so lazy and so unambitious that there's no way to convince me to do that. Now, if you think that statement's true, well, then I'm sure we'll have plenty of free Rhino friends that will never upgrade. But if you believe that that person might just have bad experience or poor self-esteem or whatever the case may be, but they could be nudged to increase and better their lives, well, then every Rhino friend is going to have a certain conversion percentage that becomes Rhino business. So when we have 7,000 Rhino friends on, I don't know how long it's going to take, But could it take a month where we have a 10% conversion, where 700 new Rhino businesses just organically pop up? Because if that's the case, then we could give free Rhino friends for life to everyone. I'll throw Rhino friends off a rooftop, right? That's where 2024 comes in, because I really do want to start getting around and meeting people and visiting towns and stuff like that. So when I started this call by saying I'm so happy, while at the same time having no money, money's just money. We could find money. I could ask people for money. I don't know. I could find money. What I can't find is the best idea ever that's already built and that we're actually launching and offering. That's what you can't just find. And you know what's cool about money? When money finds what I just said, it finds us. So I actually had a call with someone, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I don't know, one of the two. And we're actually talking about real numbers. And if this individual says yes, Rhino's funded for like the next 15, 16 months, and I don't need to worry about money ever again. And if that's the case, here's a fun fact. Ever since you've met me, I've worried about money. Ever since you met me, I've always worried about money. You know why? Because we don't sell anything. Where's our income come from? We're all building something together. It's almost like we're all just investing in this thing. At some point, it has to make money. And I've sacrificed that over and over again. And my life has been completely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but Rhino has never sacrificed. Rhino's always been here. Rhino is my child, right? It is me on a plate. The point being, take all of that, see where we are, and then solve it with money. Are you kidding me? I don't even know. I don't know what I would do. All right, so let me just read the chat because we have some like really good stuff going on here. Anthony, so do we have Rhino Friend link right now? No. I'm going to give that to you before the launch of October 16th. Right now, we just have to do one thing at a time. So Rhino Businesses, let's get it out there. Let's get people on it, blah, 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 blah. Because it's promotional. And then because the thing is, with Rhino Business, the price, we have a friends and family now, but I can't wait to jump to normalize that to the 50 and the 15 by the end of today. And that 15 and 15 may seem like a lot at the second because it's not live. You're paying for something that doesn't exist, right? Because you trust what we're doing, and that's a good idea, right? Because it's going to happen. But the offset of that is that's why the price has been so favorable, why we're giving promotional rates out. Once we normalize it to the 50 and 15, now people are really going to start thinking, well, Ant, that's a real price. Like, what am I buying? That's where the Rhino Friend comes in. Well, Mr. Jones, there's 10,000 Rhino Friends right now in people's hands. The average user is on for 7 hours a day. The average user gets 5 recommendations a day and buys 3 of them. Now, do you want to be on? Oh, well, when you say it like that. So there is an order: Rhino Business, Rhino Friend, and then Rhino Business. Rhino Friend will be very easy to sign up for. Once we're done, there'll just be a link and you sign up for it. That's it, right? It'll be super, super easy. Brian, just as it is valuable to get as many into Rhino Business, is it also as valuable to, so I think I accidentally answered this. Brian and I always think alike. He's like, if you don't know Brian, you should have a conversation with him. Yeah, Brian, I agree with you. It's actually way more valuable to have Rhino Friend than Rhino Business. Because Rhino Business is someone that's paying us for a service. If that service isn't good, they're going to stop paying us, which means the retention rate is always dwindling. Rhino Friend is what makes that service good. So I never care about Rhino Business. I care about it now because we're making money and we're launching. But in like a month from now, if you ask me, Anthony, what do you care more about? The increase in Rhino Friends or the increase in Rhino Business? I will 100 out of 100 times Rhino Friend, which is really cool because Rhino Friend's free and it's cool. And it'll convert itself into Rhino Business. I coded it. Instead of me having to talk to someone, like call up Abdul, you have Rhino Friend, you haven't converted yet. Why not? Which Abdul might see as a little bit aggressive. It's a little confrontational. He might have to lie to me. I don't know. He's never going to have to lie to his Rhino Friend because his Rhino Friend only talks to him. And in fact, his Rhino Friend's going to know why he didn't do it because his Rhino Friend talks to him all day. And then when his Rhino Friend knows that he should do it, he'll say he should do it. And if it takes a year, it takes a year. I want 1 million Rhino Friends. And you know what? If I do, I'll have like 100,000 Rhino businesses. And if I have 100,000 Rhino businesses, we're like $1 billion company. And I really think we could be the largest company in the world. Because if you take a look at the new video we put out, if you take Facebook and you take Google and put them together, we're better. And in that video, I'd even highlight Rhino Street, which is, if you're on Rhino Business, you're automatically on Rhino Street. Rhino Street is a 20-mile radius, no ads, no marketing, only local business, no corporations. So you're actually on a search engine that protects you while being on the business side that doesn't sell your data to exploit you with targeted ads like Facebook does. You have better marketing than Facebook. You have a better search engine presence than Google. You put it together, it's perfect. I got to tell you, there's only a few times in life where you actually like, we got it. Like, this is it. So I'm happy. A lot of work, but I'm happy. So I'm going to run. So what do we promote right now? Nothing. No, I'm just joking with you. I need to finish this stuff today. My goal is that I will have the affiliate sign up done as well tonight and the schedule so that all of the affiliates could say, okay, I have the sign up. I'm invited to the daily meetings. If I can't make the meetings, the daily replays are here. There is a town hall center where everyone communicates with each other over here. There's a leaderboard. There's a clear way to make money. There's a clear performance. If I can offer that to you, and then you can say, oh, great. There's calls every day this week. I can make the Tuesday one. Here's the materials that everyone's sending out. I'm on the morning email. Okay, cool. Let me get started. That's what I want for you. And if I could do that for you, then I could do that for everyone. And if that's that clear, then everyone starts pushing the affiliate stuff, which, by the way, is $40 per sign up and $5 a week for life, which means every affiliate's going to make more money than they know what to do with because we're launching the coolest thing ever and you're at the ground floor. And you can get people into Rhino Friend for free. And then when they convert to Rhino Business, you get paid retroactively, like I just said, because any person you ever bring in, you earn off of for life. So if you bring in someone as Rhino Friend and they convert to Rhino Business, you'll get paid for it. But let's say we have a new affiliate offer a year from now. We have Rhino water bottles, right? Something cool. And we're like, you know what? We kind of want to share the water bottles with everyone. And so we're going to do Rhino water bottles. And you're like, great. Where's the link? I want to send it to everyone. And say Rhino water bottles is $2 plus $1 a week for life. Anyone that you've ever brought in, if they sign up because I emailed them, it's still going to trigger to you because it's coded to you, which means anyone you bring in, you could do nothing for the rest of your life. I could do all the work and you'll still make the money. And I didn't mean for that to sound rude, but I wanted to have a shock value to it so that you know it's that like it's that made for you. Okay, I really have to go. Like, I totally love you though. I'll see Rhino Wealth at 11. I have an 11 o'clock call, so I have to go call him now and hopefully and beg that he takes my call because I constantly overbook myself. And then I could actually get some stuff done. I haven't got to the emails yet. I will probably by 2 o'clock. I'm doing the voiceovers between 2 and 4. I'm going to work on Rhino Bucks. I already bought a little bit. I have a little bit more to buy. Well, I have 3 times the amount to buy that I already bought. I think that's it. Okay. Love y'all.